Hey everybody, how's it? This is Jeebs here, the Decomposer Lounge, and that is a wrap. So yeah, 2023, another great year here on the channel. A lot of new experiences here. I got a couple things I want to share with you about moving forward in 2024. There are going to be some changes. First of all, just thanking everybody for still hanging in there. My supporters on Patreon who have been a paramount assistance of me getting through my reaction suggestions and talking story and just few of us kind of going back and forth and having some good fun. Also the people who have been hanging out on Twitch, though a little less more from the Decomposer Lounge than, let's say, my gaming music reaction channel music. So thank you all. But here's the big changes that are going on, at least they are for me. You know, before COVID, and of course definitely before my very first reaction, which was Tool Sober, I specialized in fundraising for nonprofits, as well as children's entertaining for hospitals, you know, with the puppets. You guys all know all that stuff. And of course, it still took a while for me to get my bearings on how I'm going to re-enter the world of nonprofit fundraising and stuff, as post-COVID kind of went through its paces, if you would. Well, things are changing. So I have accepted a little bit of a position at a nonprofit for, well, actually, it's kind of funny. It's kind of doing the same thing I do here that I've always been doing, except for the nonprofit. Kind of helping them with their marketing, getting their messaging and mission statement out there, and creating content. So does that surprise you? But you know, what I wanted to do is fuse the two. So how does that change what happens not only here on the Decomposer Lounge, but on the RPG Music Arcade channel for the video game music and stuff? Is that I'm still doing what I'm doing, maybe not as frequent, still be leaning on my Patreon members for a lot of assistance on you know, getting tracks up and everything. But it's there's going to be, you'll see a little bit more of a presence of nonprofit stuff. So instead of maybe me just doing a video, I might do a series of video, kind of like a show that might be dedicated to fundraising, you know, to a particular foundation for children, for homeless, food banks. You know, if anything, what the last few years have yielded to me is a greater understanding, because I never spent so much time on social media that I have in the last couple of years because of this channel, and then starting the other channels, you know. So being that I'm on the other end of that life rainbow, you know, when you get into your 60s, you start going, well, this could be a few more minutes or a few more years left. So what do I take with what's given to me wisdom wise is the fact that between all the channels, there's almost 400,000 subs. And, you know, now let's take the joy and the power of music that we love, so much so that even when you engage with me and listening to us, listen to your favorite track together, what does that feeling do to you? And maybe take a little sliver of that and let's, you know, get some of that positive energy out to people who don't have a lot of the things that we possibly do. Even though sometimes our pockets are empty and there's some, you know, emotional struggles in life, you know, there's always that, you know, somebody else has it worse or somebody else has it different. Not to say that our own things aren't ours to own and we have to get through it. But, you know, wherever I can and whenever I can, I'd like to take what we're doing on our channel, because pretty much that's what it is, and maybe figure out ways to now give back. You know, it could be fundraising for music organization, nonprofit music organizations too. You know, so it's not just the other ones that I talked about. It could be coupling all of that together. And I think the power of music, if any of you guys have watched videos on music and recall and nostalgia, you know, old folks that might be all kind of like, and then they put on music and they get all lively and they remember, that's going to be us. So that's the joy and the power of what music brings us as people. So in the future, I'd like to see if we can't maneuver some of that energy into helping other people. So that being said, I will be back around the middle of January. I'm going to do a little bit of work with those on Patreon to help scramble some new ideas and thoughts. If you want to join me there, you know where the links are. They're all right down there. And also, thank you so much for those of you who have still bought me cups of coffee or just show up and just drop in a few dollars just for support. That really means a lot. But then sort of the comments and the likes and the suggestions and the subs and the shares and stuff. All of this and this new energy would not be happening had I not started this channel, in the sense of like a new way to look at what lies ahead, not only for me and what I do with nonprofits, but what we can do. I know this sounds a little like rah-rah cheerleader kind of fun, you know, emotional stuff, but it is at that time of the year. And when we kind of assess what's behind us and look forward to what we have. And then that being said, I will get a little positive wave writer here, you know, the other channel that I have occasionally, I pop things through here, which is, as we go into 2024, there's still going to be a lot of challenges ahead of us. But, every day when you count the little wins, sometimes it's as small as being able to tie your shoes or put on your socks or comb your hair, because those of us who have had physical ailments or getting old or whatever the case is, even some of the most basic things in life are huge wins. If you could stack up a small pile of wins at the end of the day, as small as they may seem, it'll definitely make a difference for the crappy things that might happen to you during the day. All right, guys. I'll see you in a few weeks. Have a wonderful rest of your year. Have a great start to 2024. You know how this always ends. If you're still here, type in, "I'm still here." All right, guys. See you in a little bit. All right.